Windows and doors installed a beautiful back wall of windows and doors, and it's the focal point of the room when you first walk in from the front. It really catches your eye. You also need to consider security because these are entryways, and you need to think about energy efficiency. And to help us through all those items, we have Sarah Jolie from Pella with us today. Thanks for joining us, Sarah.
Yes, thank you.
Tell me a little bit about how you keep out this Las Vegas sun, because it is hot and there's a lot of light coming through these windows.
Sure. One thing Pella does that is unique is we have a glazing system that incorporates 3 panes of glass. And if you look at this unit, on the exterior there is an insole shield piece of glass. So that's 2 pieces of glass separated by an aluminum or stainless steel spacer. And then the air pocket is filled with an argon gas, which increases your thermal efficiency.
Well, next door I've noticed that the outer glass has been removed, and you can actually see in there, like you're saying, that first set is like a regular window or door, but then you have that additional piece right on top of it.
Then we have a piece room side also, so then you've got 3 panes of glass and 2 air pockets.
And those 2 air pockets are the best insulator in the world.
Right. This system can actually decrease your energy bills by up to 28%.
That's a huge savings. And I noticed also that the grill is actually inside that piece of glass. Over here we've removed it and we've got it exposed. So once you paint it, I guess there's never a problem.
Right, it's really nice. You don't have to dust them. It's much easier to clean than a grill that's room side, so it makes life a lot easier for the homeowner.
Yeah, and this isn't the only thing you're sticking between panes of glass, is it?
No, it's not. We've got some exciting new shade options shown in another room of the house.
Let's go take a look.
Michael, you can see that in addition to the grills between the glass, we also have shades. So as opposed to having your mini blinds on the room side, you can hide those between the glass too.
And never going to have to clean them.
Right, exactly. A lot easier. This is an example of a new cordless shade we have. So not only is the shade between the glass, but you don't have the cords.
And all you do is just push down on this and it opens?
Yeah.
Push it the other way, closes back down? So that no kids pulling on the cords, no dogs yanking on them or anything like that?
Right, lots safer.
Okay. How do you flip it open?
It's very simple. You just rotate this lever. The first ½ inch operates the tilt, and then the rest of it actually operates the shade.
Can you put other things between the glass besides just these mini blinds?
Sure. We have a number of pleated shade options, different colors and textures for you to choose from depending on the decor of your room.
Yeah, well, they're definitely easy to operate.
Another version of this shade that we have is something that is fixed, so it doesn't raise and lower within the glass, but it has a remote control, so it's electronic and can be actually tied into the system within your whole home if you desire.
So you can sit on the couch and just open the shades whenever you want.
Exactly.
I like that. Well, the windows and doors look great, and they're obviously going to be easy to clean with everything inside the window instead of outside. But how about security? Because these are entry points. What do you do there?
Great question. On this door, we actually have a 2-point locking system. There's one at the top and one at the bottom, and that makes sure your door is very securely closed. In fact, when you close it, you definitely get that feeling of soundness and stability.
It sounds solid.
Yep.
How about down on the bottom there? What is that?
We also have a footbolt lock, and that's just very easy to engage with your toe, and that avoids having to put the broomstick in the door that we've all known for years.
You don't need that on the sliding doors.
Right.
And then I noticed an extra door handle. What have you got here?
This is an exciting innovation for us. This is how our company actually started in 1925. We used to be Roll Screen Corporation, and this is an example of our newest roll screen. We launched this in 2002.
Well, it's obviously a great product, but every product has to be installed properly or it never meets its full efficiency. What do you do on windows and doors?
Great question. That's really important. Pella has a new tape out for installation of products, and our tape actually has a silver backing so it can withstand lots of UV exposure. You don't have to have any pressure to get your siding on immediately. It's very thin, so you don't have the tape build up in the corners, so your siding will always fit nicely. Just a really durable tape, and it's a benefit to us to worry about how the windows and doors are installed because that way we can ensure they'll perform properly.
For more information on picking the right doors and windows for your house for energy efficiency and beauty, contact us on the internet at michaelholligan.com.
You may not expect it, but one of the most high-tech items in your new house could be your carpet. We'll show you how today's technology is creating the carpets of tomorrow when we come back to your new house. Your new house is brought to you in part by the Home Depot, driving down the cost of home improvement.
The Home Depot is more than a store. It's an easy way to breathe new life into a room. It's the only place you'll find selections of the best-selling ceiling fan, Hampton Bay, as well as Hunter, in styles that are contemporary, traditional, and everything in between. All at a guaranteed low price. It's installation know-how and the perfect breeze for your afternoon nap. The Home Depot. You can do it. We can help.
You lost the address?
Relax, honey.
Listen, can the testosterone and let's call for directions.
The house has a new metal roof. It'll stick out like...
Yeah, like your butt in a bathing suit. That's it. That was it.
That was a metal roof.
To see the new metal roofing, visit www.metalroofing.com.
That's a metal roof.
Homeowners expect a certain quality of life, like a safe community, good schools, and a comfortable home. That's what it's like to live in a JLS custom home.
For new commercial and residential landscape design and installation, TrueScapes provides superior care for the construction and maintenance of your home or office landscape. TrueScapes at 503-531-9216.
JLS Custom Homes. Better homes for better lives. On the web at jlscustomhomes.com.
I wanted an inspiring career where I could have new duties every day. As a medical assistant, my responsibilities are as diverse as the patients I see.
At Western Business College, you can train for an exciting career in medical assisting. You'll learn how to keep medical offices and clinics running smoothly. Your duties may include taking medical histories and vital signs, explaining procedures to patients, or assisting doctors. Call Western Business College at 800-577-7113 for a brochure.
Your new house is brought to you in part by the Metal Roofing Alliance.
The next generation house we built on the parking lot of the Stardust Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas was designed to handle a lot of foot traffic. Over 10,000 visitors in just 3 weeks. For the carpet, that's almost 15 years worth of wear. But not to worry, like everything else in the house, this carpet is truly next generation. It's Stainmaster from DuPont, Teflon coated, made of super thin, super durable tack test fibers.
One thing that a lot of consumers don't realize is that carpet is probably one of the most technologically advanced floor coverings on the market today. And that's basically because of the unique fiber engineering that goes into the carpet, as well as a lot of the protectants that are found in there.
The fiber they've created is extremely thin micro nylon. Because the fiber is so thin, more fibers can be packed into each carpet tuft. This makes the tufts stronger, softer, and more durable.
The carpet tufts are able to stay together better because the thin fibers slide and flex much easier than thick fibers do. So basically what you'll have is a carpet that feels very, very soft because of the microfibers in tack test, but you've also got a carpet that is extremely durable because the fibers flex very easily and they come back and retain their original shape.
But the next generation of carpet fiber engineering doesn't stop there.
Fiber that we have is really not just round. We've taken and developed unique little shapes. So if you were to look at the end of the fiber, like you pulled the hair out of your head and you looked at the end of it, you'd think the end of it would be round. Well, not the case. With the fiber engineering that we have in the Stainmaster products, you'll look at some fibers and they'll have a little trilobal shape to them. You look at another fiber and it'll look like it has little ears on the sides of it. And the reason that we do that is because if you do those things, those little ears or those little hands, when you put them together in a carpet tuft, they hold on to each other. So what that means is the tuft doesn't unravel because the little fibers are in there holding on to each other, keeping the carpet together, keeping the tuft together. Therefore, you don't have a lot of matting and crushing and fuzzing and shedding.
The Teflon coating that they install on those carpet fibers helps you vacuum up 26% more dirt than you would on an ordinary carpet. That's a big difference, and all of that dirt and dust that's normally trapped down in your carpet that you don't pick up is going to cause allergies and hay fever. So it's a good idea to make sure that you have a carpet with the Teflon technology. That's because the tiny particles of dirt, dust, and dander that settle into your carpet won't stick to the Teflon coated fibers. Because they never get a good grip, when the vacuum cleaner comes along, the particles are easily pulled up and away.
All surfaces have what they call a surface energy. In other words, they have a propensity to attract things to them. And the higher the surface energy, the more things like to stick to it. like Teflon in a frying pan. The reason the egg doesn't stick to the frying pan is because the Teflon coating has reduced the surface energy, so the egg molecules would rather stick together instead of stick to the pan. But we've done the same thing to the fiber surface. We've reduced the surface energy on the fiber so that the surface energy on the fiber is actually lower than the surface energy on your shoe. So the little minute particles of dust on the bottom of your shoe, they would rather stick to your shoe than stick to the carpet.
The same thing happens when liquids are spilled on the Teflon repel system. The molecules of the liquid are more prone to stick to each other than to bind to the carpet fibers. The Teflon coating adds a layer of protection that was out of the question just a few years ago.
What that means is you've got a carpet that stays beautiful longer. It's easier to maintain. It's easier to clean. You have less soil in your carpet. And basically, the technology has allowed you to have a carpet that looks beautiful longer.
For more information on the next generation of carpeting that is stronger, softer, more durable, and stain resistant, visit us on the internet at michaelholligan.com.
If you've got a lot of wood to cut, a panel saw may be the right choice. It's a favorite pick of the pros that you can use in your own workshop. See it in action when your new house returns. You're watching Michael Holligan's Your New House.
The folks at Pella know there's no such thing as a playroom. It's more of a playhouse. That's why Pella created Between the Glass blinds. Blinds that are protected between two panes of glass. So no matter what makes it into the rack, you can sit back and enjoy the show. New cordless blinds from Pella, viewed to be the best.
The Pella Days sale is going on now at Pella Window and Door Stores. Make no payments for 12 months.
This is Pete. He recently got a letter offering him a new credit card with a $3,000 limit and an interest rate of 18%, which is odd because Pete is a dog. Why would you offer a credit card to a dog? Well, who else is going to sit still for 18% interest? There's a smarter way to borrow. Call 800-378-2084 or visit a local Countrywide branch to get a home equity line of credit from Countrywide. The interest rate is lower than most credit cards and may be tax deductible. It lets you use the equity in your home to add a room, remodel your kitchen, or anything else. Pete doesn't own his home, so he'll just have to stick with credit cards. Don't carry a high credit card balance. Get a home equity line and take advantage of today's low rates. Call Countrywide at 800-378-2084 today.
Give your TV a daily dose of UPN. Be good to it.
UPN 49.
Totally entertaining TV. UPN 49. You're watching it.
It's a summer party and you're invited.
Catch some great music, food, and fun.
All at Summerfest in Beaverton's Griffith Park, July 18th through the 20th.
Brought to you by UPN 49.
The office bully is turning bench into a scaredy cat.
I'll kill that.
Tonight at 7:30 on UPN 49.
We love baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
Celebrating America, Chevy, with a huge selection of Chevys and offers like $500 bonus cash for a total of $3,500 cash back on every 2003 Chevy Suburban and Tahoe. But hurry, this offer ends July 7th.
We love baseball, hot dogs, apple pie, and Chevrolet.
See your local Chevy dealer today.
Don't forget to go to michaelholligan.com for everything you need to know about your new house.
If you're trying to cut a large piece of material like this 4x8 sheet of plywood, it's almost impossible to safely cut this using a table saw by yourself. So, what are you going to do? Well, we have a panel saw that we're going to show you where you can safely cut this by yourself, and it's a lot easier. Let's check it out. This is the panel saw from Panel Pro that I was talking about. Now, this saw has a lot of really neat features. Down here at the bottom is a ledge that holds your materials in place. Also, there's a cutout in the ledge so you can safely cut all the way through your materials. Now, there's a tape measure that's attached for easy measuring, and there's a locking mechanism that holds this saw carrier in place until you're ready to use it. There's a saw that comes with the unit, and on the saw is a trigger lock, which means you won't have to hold your finger on the trigger while you're making the cut. Now, the first cut that I'm going to make is a vertical cut. Let me show you how it works. Quick, straight cut. This tool makes do-it-yourself projects a lot easier, and our technical advisor, Roger Thayer, says this is also a versatile tool for contractors, too.
Right, Teresa. This saw doesn't have to stay in the shop. It has a set of wheels on the front and a nice stand in the back to make the saw nice and portable to go to the job site. Also, I noticed you just made a nice vertical cut, and this will do a rip cut, too, which is a horizontal cut. Let's say if you move this material back a little bit, we take the saw down here on our measuring tape to 46 inches. This is a 48-inch piece of wood. We want to take 2 inches off the top. So we take the indexing pin, move the saw to the horizontal position, lock it down. When I turn the saw on, you can feed the material through, and we'll take a nice 2-inch piece off. Are you ready? Yep. Took off a nice piece of 2 inch. You notice how nice straight the cut is? Up to a 32nd of an inch.
Wow, Roger, that's really accurate. Listen, I know that this tool will cut 2x4s, but will it cut multiple boards at the same time?
Right, Teresa. Contractors have to make a lot of cuts on boards and make them the same length. With this saw here, you just have to stack them in there, take a measurement, take the saw down, turn it on. You ready?
That's nice. Roger, thank you so much for helping me demonstrate this tool.
Anytime, Teresa.
Okay. The Panel Pro costs $799, and it does a variety of jobs. If you would like more information on this tool, visit us online at michaelholligan.com.
We've wrapped up construction on this year's project house, and we're going to take a look back at the highlights when we come back to your new house. You're watching Michael Holligan's Your New House.
Introducing Arbor Mist wine blenders in strawberry, blackberry, and peach. Great tasting Arbor Mist wine is already in there. Just add ice and blend.
John, are we almost ready?
1 second.
New Arbor Mist wine blenders. Can't resist the mist.
You watched him do it every Sunday. But not too close now. Stay back. This is man's work. A touch of lighter fluid, and voila. The good news is, we watched him too. It's why we created the new Great American Burger. Burger King's juiciest, most piled high ever. Come on over. The fire's ready. Dad would be proud.
Hi, I'm Joe Perry. And Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, here for RAD. Recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving. Never let someone you know get behind the wheel if they've been drinking. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
This is a very special weekend for buying a car.
This weekend, and this weekend only, Consumer Auto Credit Service has $2 million in special assistance loan money available.
If you've been told you can't get a loan, or you just think you can't get a loan, this money is for you. All you have to do is phone Consumer Auto Credit Service at the number on your screen to find out how.
I wanted an inspiring career where I could have new duties every day. As a medical assistant, my responsibilities are as diverse as the patients I see.
At Western Business College, you can train for an exciting career in medical assisting. You'll learn how to keep medical offices and clinics running smoothly. Your duties may include taking medical histories and vital signs, explaining procedures to patients, or assisting doctors. Call Western Business College at 800-577-7113 for a brochure.
Your new house is brought to you in part by the Home Depot, driving down the cost of home improvement.
Well, we finally finished the project house for this season, and it's taken about a year to go from leveling and scraping the lot to putting on the final touches. Along the way, it's been a fascinating process where we've seen some really great home building products and some interesting methods of construction. Let's take a moment to review the house from start to finish. We wanted to build a rock-solid foundation that could hold up to the constant expansion and contraction of the yellow clay soil in the area. We started by drilling 105 holes for piers, each one to a depth of 12 feet. We filled the holes with concrete, dropped in some rebar for strength, and raised the piers to a few feet above ground level on the interior. Around the perimeter, we built a form and filled it with concrete to make a stem wall. Then we installed massive southern pine glulam beams to support the areas that would bear the heaviest loads, and filled in the rest of the support with southern pine trusses. When the substructure was complete, we laid down a 1.5-inch thick subfloor of treated oriented strand board from the Potlatch Corporation. With a firm foundation in place, we were ready to raise the roof. Well, that's our show for today. Thanks for joining us. And remember, if you're buying, building, or remodeling a home, don't forget to join us online at michaelholligan.com. And remember, there's nothing like coming home to your new house. I'll see you next week.